Hello, 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 hello. And welcome to the next episode of ETS2 Career. So today will be the first time I'll be using my truck, my own truck, for a delivery. And it's taken not too long to get here, but it's been a fun journey. But yeah, we're going to go and find ourselves a little job and see what's out there. The job market. Freight market. Let's see, we are in Rotterdam at my base. So let's see what kind of jobs we've got. Starting at going straight across here to Felixstowe. Pretty much nothing job. We're up to Birmingham, Sheffield, Manchester, Sheffield, Carlisle. All of these are going to England. London, Grimsby, Felixstowe, Felixstowe. Wow. I guess it's all freight that's got to be taken across. Well, could do Carlisle. What is it? It's 316 kilometers. Trip time is 16 hours. Wow. That may be a bit long. Sheffield's not so far. The trip time of 14 hours. What's that one? 14. I mean, I want to be working on my long haul deliveries, getting some of that unlocked. Well, let's just go by trailer then. What looks good with a white truck? Obviously a white trailer, so let's just go with Carlisle. It'll do. Right, so we'll get that going. Let's get this truck turned on. Oh, that was incredibly quiet. I'm gonna have to turn the game sounds up. That is really quiet. So that should be a little better. Let's try that again. Yeah, I heard it a bit more that time. Right, let's get in the truck. Get set. Yeah, we're all good. Let's get going then. See if we can find ourselves a nice job. So now we also have to keep an eye on fuel levels because I'm paying for the fuel, and rest times, and damage, because I'm obviously in charge of repairing this truck now. My first truck. It's a very exciting time for my little company. It's going to be awesome when I've got more trucks and more drivers and the company's really thriving. But for now it's just me and the white truck. Kind of like a white van man, just taking random jobs. So that braking intensity is really high. Have to lower that down. I think we'll do that quickly. In the options, I think it's in gameplay if I remember rightly. Yeah, there we go. Oh, that is quite high. That can come down a bit. That should do. Awesome. Should be a little better now. Just a little more realistic. So, the plan for this one, just to get the first delivery out of the way. Hopefully nothing major happens, and it's just a nice little delivery. Whoa! Did I change steering intensity or did I change braking intensity? That was braking, so why is steering just changed? Well, that's a weird one. I didn't even touch steering, and then it just suddenly wouldn't go around that corner. Very strange. game definitely does some weird things sometimes. But yeah, as I was saying, so I'm gonna get this first job done and see how the company thrives. So we want this one. Oil filters, 12 tons. Fun. Yes, she is over there. Let's back this thing up. Well, that was a fail. Like an inch off. Well, don't start going the other way now. Oh, it is as well, isn't it? There we go. Sorted. Let's get this thing out on the road. So it's not massive, but fairly long journey. Should hopefully not take us a massive amount of time. I think anything around about half an hour is a good length for a video, but if they start getting more than that and even ridiculously long, then I'm more than likely going to start cutting them down. But I will try and keep as much footage in the videos as I can, so that they are all one continuous video. Because I imagine that's a bit more entertaining when you get to see everything that's happening. Of course, if my commentary starts to suck or become extremely boring, or if there's just nothing happening and I'd like to cut it down for time, then I will, just because it makes sense. But generally I'll try and keep the length there, which means I have to find things to talk about for about half an hour or so. It's quite daunting when you look at it and you think, I now have to talk for half an hour continuously, and put my wipers on too. And what am I going to talk about for that length of time? I'm going to run out of subjects. But you find yourself very quickly moving from one subject to the next, and you don't even realise that, like, by the end of it, that you have been talking for such a long time. I've been paying attention to my gear changes, but it is incredible. And then you'll suddenly think, oh, hang on, it's been about 2 minutes and I haven't spoken. That's going to be a big silent patch that needs to be cut. But yeah, it is good. And being that I'm weird in that way, I've decided to get some new video editing software. I seem to get new software like once a week. I just can't seem to make my mind up which I want to use more. So I've got another piece of software to learn now. But it's not too bad. I've recently been teaching myself Photoshop as well, which as you can tell by the first two video thumbnails, I'm not so great with. But I'm hopefully going to get better over time. So I'll be able to add some oh god, that's way too fast. Oh, stop. Jesus. Oh, that was close. I can't believe I did that. Wow. Yeah. What was I saying? Oh, that was it. Yeah. So I've been teaching myself Photoshop, and hopefully in time I'll get better, and I'll be adding like random little extras to the videos and that, just to make them a bit more interesting and funny. But we'll see what happens and how well I do with it. And yeah, so I've just got myself Sony Vegas, and gonna give that a go. See how I do with that. See how fun it is. I'll brake way too hard there. Yeah, see how much fun it is and how usable it is, and if it makes sense to take, and you sort of go from there, really. Do I want Hull or Harwich? No, I don't want Harwich. Or Harwick. Or however the hell you're supposed to. I want Hull. Embark. 11 hours, wow. But yeah. So hopefully things will get more awesome as time goes on. No, my high beams are on. Oh no, left turn. And remember, this is England, so left side of the road, left side of the road. And try not to crash into anyone. So weird, because obviously I come from the UK, so I'm used to driving on the left. But when you play this game, you spend most of your time in Europe. So that's why I always have my steering on the left, and why I always have my units in euros and kmh and kilometers for distance. Because I spend all my time in Europe, so I'm spending all my time looking at the signs. It means I don't have to sit there and constantly have to convert things. So that makes things a bit easier while you're on the move. But when you do eventually come back to the UK, it's like, oh damn, I'm on the wrong side of the road. And you know, it's just it doesn't quite feel right when you've spent all your time driving in Europe. Suddenly, those sunsets and sunrises they put in this game. I mean, look at that. It's like a Bob Ross painting. That is just incredible. Just get a good thumbnail here, really. Oh, about to crash. That was a loud chink kind of sound that you just had then, because I took a screenshot. Just in case you were new to Steam games and didn't know that that's the sound it makes. That's weird. My FPS counter has just randomly moved itself from top right to bottom left. I certainly didn't do it. Also helps if you change gear. So yeah, that is quite weird. As soon as I took the screenshot, unless the button I press for the screenshot is the same button that is used to move that around, who knows? I use so much different software that half the time it all starts interacting with each other. You'll press the button to do something on one thing, and you'll end up doing 7 things on a different thing. I have a few different sort of talking servers, like TeamSpeak and others of the same type. And my push to talk button is the same for all of them. So if I have more than one open at once, they tend to mess with each other and not work properly, which is always funny. Right, what are we doing? Turning up into here. I think this is the way to Grimsby. Nice empty roads, just the way I like it. Got to get some modifications for this truck, I think. Some external bars and stuff. Put some spotlights on it, beacons, things like that. If you want to take heavy loads. And of course some air horns, because I have no air horn at the moment. Just the standard, which just ain't quite going to cut it. Better slow down here as well. Come on, buddy. Why are you stopping? Really? God's sake. Thanks for letting me out, but what, you couldn't have just kept going and then I could have gone behind you? I swear, the AI in this game, they just like to troll you. Pure and simple trollage. Yeah, I keep missing my gear changes. I always try and change in the blue section for better fuel economy and torque. But like, you'll see some people who play this on YouTube or stream it, and you'll see comments that are like, Oh, don't go past 1500 RPMs. Oh, you're gonna break the track. It's like, Jesus Christ. A, it's a game. Calm down. B, the actual economy setting for this truck is to go up to that blue marker just above 2000. So, learn some stuff about trucks. But I always do try and get it in the blue marker. But when I'm chatting to you guys, I tend to lose concentration and completely miss it. Look at that sunset. Oh, if I can get one with a truck going across that sunset. Oh, really? So you let me out and now you're just zooming past? Moron. So right now, as it's hitting the horizon line, that would be perfect. I need this road to bend to the left. Like that. Hope I don't crash. That'll have to do. Yeah, okay, so the screenshot button is the button that moves my FPS counter around. Because it's now moved again. Well, that's always good to know. I can't think why I'd want to keep moving it around with a shortcut key, but fair enough. I suppose if it starts getting in the way, but it doesn't actually capture on the recording. It's part of a different overlay. So, yeah, it's capturing the recording at all, so why you'd need to move it, I don't know. Unless it's just for while you're playing, if it's getting in your own way personally. But it's tiny. So it's certainly not going to get in the way of anything that's on my screen. Oh well. Weird technology's doing weird things, as they often do. So we're about 3 hours away. I don't think this journey's actually going to be too long. So I don't think I'm going to have to worry about video length on this one. But it's certainly going to be an issue that I'm going to come across in the future. And for the most part, people tend to be okay with like 10-minute videos. But then there'll be like comments saying, oh, a little bit longer. And then 20-minute videos, people are like, yeah, that's nice, but maybe a little bit longer. So you do like half-an-hour videos, and then it's like, yeah, that's about right. But you'll get the odd person commenting saying, oh, you should do an hour-long video, or 40-minute long video, or an hour-and-a-half long video, you know, stuff like that. It's like, really? So you maybe put one out, and then it's like, no, that's too long. Don't like that. Haven't got time to watch all that. Busy. Well, don't frickin' suggest it then. So I'm probably going to stick with like anywhere between 15 and 45 minutes for video length. 45 might even be pushing it, but if they start to get any longer than that, then I'll just cut them up into 2 parts. Or if they get really, really long, 3 parts. But I don't think they're likely to get that long. You never know though. But yeah, this journey's going quite easily, without too much fuss. Should probably reach our destination once night falls. I'm not actually sure where we're going. Oh, that's the wrong one. We're not going to Carlisle, but we're going to a Posped. Whatever Posped is. It's expected between Wednesday night and Thursday early hours. We're on Tuesday, so we've got plenty of time. I've got like an entire day before it has to be there. We get 5,700 for this job. Not bad. Trouble is that, oh god, I really shouldn't do that because I need to know where I'm going. Yeah, that's fine. Trouble is, I kind of need to I'm going to need to do a lot of jobs because I need to A, pay back the bank loan that I took out, and then once I've paid that back, I need to make all that money again or get the same bank loan back out so that I can then go and buy a truck. And for my other ones, I'll probably start off by just getting any old cheap piece of rubbish just as a truck until I've made enough money to, you know, sort of get a proper fleet going. So I'll see what's about, even if it is the dreaded Renault. You know, it's better than nothing. And then hopefully once I've got another driver going, I'll be a bit more in the money. You'll stop at giveaway, and then you can start slowly rolling forwards to see if it's like clear to pull out. Whoa, bit of lag there. Okay, a lot of lag there. Wow, that was weird. My game just went completely laggy for no reason at all. I got like 1 frame. 1 FPS. Now it's dropped down to 11. What are you doing? Okay, something's gone a bit weird in this game. What is going on? Right, that seems to be better. I don't know what the problem was, but as a quick solution, I figured I would turn off vertical sync, because I know that sometimes can cause some problems, occasionally. And that seems to have cleared it up. Got rid of the lag, and back up to, well, it's varying quite a lot, but around about 30 FPS. And it's only that low because Fraps kind of kills it a little bit. Tell you what, can't wait to get that audio cable. As soon as it arrives, I'm going to have a separate PC set up. Going to be doing one PC doing recording, one PC doing the playing, because they're both quite low level, so you know they can play games fine. But if I try and use like Fraps or something at the same time, then it's just like, nope, don't want it, don't like it. Okay, the lag's come back, so I guess that didn't fix it. Let's have a look, see what the problem is, shall we? Right, so hopefully that's sorted the problem out. I have run a look at my background programs. There is nothing, just barely anything taking up anything. So I don't know what was going on, but I restarted the game. Hopefully that's okay. Really don't know what that was about though. But I won't cut it, I'll leave it in. You guys can see the kind of issues that sometimes will pop up out of nowhere while you're trying to record a video. Because it was fine yesterday when I recorded the first 2. And then today, it's like, no! Actually, I say yesterday, but for you guys it'll probably be about 3 days ago by the time this one airs. So, yeah, but you get what I mean. It was fine the day before this one was filmed. Now I'm filming this one today. It's like, it doesn't want to know. I think I broke it. But I'm always breaking things, so I'm not surprised. Oh dear. Well, we're an hour and 47 out of our first journey, which I was hoping would be uneventful. And it mostly has been, except that it didn't really want to record. Quite literally, computer says no. Let's drop this down again because it's struggling a bit there. There's only a 360 brake, so it's not going to be able to pull 12 tons up any kind of gradient really. Oh, and now I've got some slow guy in front of me. Can I chance it? Should I chance it? I'm pulling a heavy load and I've got hardly any power. Oh, and we passed. That was a little bit scary. You never know what's going to come shooting around this corner and right up to your face. That would not have been fun. No sirree, it wouldn't. Hour and a half away. 93 km. I've not got a clue what that is in miles because I can't be bothered to work it out. Yeah, I really need to like learn km. I can never remember the conversion off the top of my head, especially when I'm trying to concentrate on driving and stuff to talk about and where I'm supposed to be going and changing gear at the right time. And I mean, there's multitasking and then trying to do a mathematical equation on top of that. I think my brain is not awake enough for that right now. It is getting quite late. I was meant to do all this filming earlier today, but I had loads of other stuff to sort out. And even when I'm finished filming, I've got stuff to sort out. But it's not for me, it's for another streamer, and I can't talk about it, unfortunately. So, yeah. But it's going to be good fun. Lots of work, but good fun. By the way, for those who didn't know, I also stream on Twitch. And I don't have a schedule set up for it yet. I've kind of been trying to do it as often as I can, which is 2, 3, maybe 4 times a week. It's a little bit on and off still at the moment, but you know, I try and do it as often as I can, and I'm trying to work out a schedule which I will hopefully get sorted out soon. I sort of just play random games, and I think the game I've played mostly really is Papers, Please, because it is just such a fun game. It's such a laugh to play. And sometimes I do Euro Truck, but I won't be doing the career on there. The career is just for YouTube. I use a profile I've got called Mod Test, where I test out. Oh god, that was a bit quirky. Where I test out mods, and that's a speeding fine. God damn it. Where I test out mods and I test out I just do lots of random drives, things like that, maps and trucks and add-ons of other kinds, and it's a good laugh. It's good to do, but yeah, the Euro Truck is mainly for this YouTube series. I have other games that I'm planning on streaming. Now I have the capture card, I'll be able to. I've got some Xbox One games that I'll be streaming and maybe making videos of. In fact, in the next couple of weeks, I think it is, sometime, Call of Duty Black Ops 3 comes out, and I was always quite a big Call of Duty fan in the past, and then I found Battlefield, and that kind of took over for me. But then all of the Call of Duty idiots just came over to Battlefield, and it was really annoying, and I kind of went off that a little bit, and Battlefield 4 wasn't exactly a great success. It's a good game, don't get me wrong, but it's just not as fun. It just doesn't feel as nice as Battlefield 3 did. And Battlefield 3 was rubbish compared to Bad Company 2. So, you know, all they've done is progressively get worse. And that's really upsetting to see, actually. But that's just what EA are like. They get their hands on a game and they run it into the ground. What are you doing, mate? What are you doing? Idiot. But it was the same with Call of Duty. Originally, EA, I can't remember if they actually made the games or they just published them, but you know, they were responsible for a lot of the early Call of Duties. I mean, I've still got Call of Duty 2, Big Red 1, on PlayStation 2. That's an EA game. You know, back then they were actually doing some good stuff. But no, they just, all they want to do now is get their greedy little mitts in every game they can and drag them down the pan. But there you go. I've got so much more I can say about EA, but I don't really want to bore you guys. Plus I'll get fanboys moaning at me. But yeah, so that kind of put me off the Battlefields. The Call of Duties have just been full of words I really don't want to use here because I'm trying to keep it PG, but those kind of people for a long time. But hopefully if I can get on Call of Duty sort of during the dwindling hours where the UK kids, and most of the idiots unfortunately are kids, and I'm not tarring you all with that brush. I'm not saying you're all idiots. I'm just saying most of the people who are idiots in these kind of games happen to be quite young. Oh, scumbag. Quick, reverse. Yeah, they happen to be quite young. So I'm not saying you're all idiots. I'm just saying that there are those few that ruin it for others. And yeah, so you get on during the hours where the UK kids are in bed, or have just gone to bed, and the American kids haven't quite woken up yet, and that cuts probably more than 50% of the idiots from your gameplay. And then you've just got like people who are idiots from other countries to deal with, like the rest of Europe and that kind of thing. It's all about finding the right time to play the game. But I think what I'll probably do with Black Ops, because I played the early access betas stuff, and it is a great game. It was a lot of fun, and even the beta was a lot of fun. There wasn't really that many idiots about. So I'll probably be doing like multiplayer. But I think what I normally do with these games is I do a run through on the single player campaign, have a great laugh with that, and then hit multiplayer afterwards. Right, let's get this thing parked up. That journey went very quickly, actually. Right, let's make sure that I'm steering the right direction. Yep, okay, so we're in line. Use that mirror a little bit too. Sweet. And delivered. Well, that was a brilliant little delivery. Didn't take us too long. Well, yep, that looks good. Level 2. Still. Hopefully the next delivery should take me up to level 3. Good XP. No penalties in that one. We used 189 litres of fuel. Wow. So yeah, job's a good one. Yeah, so I think we will leave that there. For the next video, I will try and find another awesome delivery. Quickly save that. Like so. Let's go and park this up. You may have just heard a meow. That was one of my cats deciding they wanted to be in the video. They do that sometimes. Oh, my parking brake's on. I don't remember putting it on, but it's on. I want to be able to get out that gate, really. So yeah, the plan for the next video is just find a really interesting load. Also, that was one of the things I wanted to say, mods. If any of you guys watching have any good mods you use, I've got a lot that I use on my mod test profile. See if they work together, see which ones go nicely together, and that kind of thing. But if you've got any mods that you like to use personally and you think I might enjoy or you'd like to see in a future video, then just comment down below. Let me know what they are. I'll go and have a look, see what they are. If I get a good collection together, I will post them somewhere so that you guys can get access. I'm thinking of making a website. It would probably be really handy to have one as like a base of operations kind of thing, so that I can I can host things like a mods list there, and I can put links to different things that I do and use. So yeah, I'm going to try and sort something out about a website and then get back to you guys on that. So keep your ears out on that in the future. Just going to park up in here for now. And yeah, future videos, let me know about any mods and I'll try and get them in if they're any good, and we'll go from there. So if I can get this thing straightened up. Right, 2 button, thank you. Nice. Parked up next to an Iveco, and I can't see what that is because it's too dark. So yeah. Thanks very much for watching, guys. It has been an honour and a privilege as always. Hopefully you enjoyed this one, and there will be a lot more runs to come in the future as we build up the company. So any tips and suggestions for mods, specific like trucks you want to see me buy for when I get my new drivers, even if you have a suggestion on drivers, you know, if the same ones always pop up and there's ones that you prefer, let me know. Yeah, also if you've got any ideas for any other games you'd like to see on YouTube or you'd like me to stream, put it in the comments. I'll see what I can do. And yeah, we'll go from there. So thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you all on the next one. Take care.